Well, hello and welcome to Legofreedom1, and that is officially the last time I will ever say that. So, I've had this channel since 2012, which is crazy to think about. Now, for those like, wait, this guy's pretty young. How young was he when he started a YouTube channel? I initially created the YouTube channel to enter a contest. It wasn't even meant to be a YouTube channel, but then with my parents' permission, I was able to continue stuff, obviously with their supervision and whatnot, but that's why it's even as old as it is. So, here's some context. Let's get into my story. All right, so I mentioned a contest, right? Well, growing up, I was a big fan of Lego. I still very much am a fan of Lego. I have many, many Lego sets. But I was really obsessed with the Ninjago brand that came out in 2011. Again, the channel 2012, right? Right around that time. So in 2011, there was a music video put out for the theme song of the show, The Weekend Whip, and that was done by the band called The Fold. And they had a person dressed in a costume for Kai, who's one of the ninjas. He's the red ninja, right? So jump to 2012, and the show for Ninjago has released. The brand is blowing up, and it's going like crazy. So the Fold did a contest where the prize was winning that costume that was featured in the music video. That was going to be the grand prize, right? So all you had to do was a cool video of you doing some spinjitzu, which is a move in the show. Obviously, well, I shouldn't say obviously. For those that don't know, you can't do that in real life. It's impossible. It's a move created for the show and for the brand, the Ninjago brand. Anyway, but you would do like some karate or martial arts or whatever, and they would choose the best video. So I entered the contest. My video is still up. You can see it on the channel. I've even re-uploaded it a few times. It was not prize worthy. Like, I can see why why I lost the contest. And if my memory serves me correctly, mine was a last minute entry. Like, we got my video up just in time. I had a desire to enter early on, and I don't know if it was procrastination or if it was lack of technology or what, but it was last minute that I finally got it. Anyway, we're uploading the video, and I was thinking like my dad would upload it on his YouTube channel. Well, it turns out my dad did not have a YouTube channel. I was under the assumption that when you create a Gmail account that YouTube was just linked automatically and you could make videos. I didn't know it was more complicated than that, right? I was a little kid. So he was like, let's just make you a new email and make you an account and you can just put it up there. Again, that was supposed to be it, all right? So my email, to make it memorable, had to do with the brand. I'm not going to share my email on this video, but you know how kids will make an email when they have to make an email and it's something that they cringe about later? I knew about that already, that kids did that. But I'm like, no, I'm going to be confident with this one. And truthfully, for the longest time I was, sometimes I still use that email. I don't use it as my work email, but I do still use that email and check it pretty frequently. So like, I'm still rocking with that. But then we also gave me a different name. That way, like, again, online safety. Anyway, though, that took care of the email, but now I needed a channel name. So my dad was like, well, it's a Lego contest anyway. Why not use Lego? And then we needed to come up with something else. So he just, I don't know, he thought of freedom. We live in a free country. I don't know, maybe there was a poster on our wall or something, or maybe it was just that like random name generator. I don't remember why he landed on that, but that's what happened. And then the number one, truthfully, I think it was that Lego Freedom was taken. I really do think that that's how the one came. I'm pretty sure. So anyway, Lego Freedom 1. So jump to when I was deciding to actually create a YouTube channel in terms of like making videos. And I really wanted to change my name pretty early on. I still was going to keep the Lego idea because I was going to make some stop motion films with my friends and upload that, well, straight to YouTube. But I wanted to change the name because I'm like, like I'm not like doing political films or like at the time I wasn't doing any Christian content, and again, in terms of video creation, I was still very much a Christian, but I wasn't doing Christian content. So even if you were like, well, freedom in Christ, right? Like I wasn't even going that angle. Um, but I'm like, but you know what? My dad chose this name for me. Like, there's a reason. And my dad, truthfully, I mean, I've talked to him since. He just came up with the name there, and that was that. But me as a kid, I'm like, I want to respect my dad, and like my dad chose this name, and so I kept the name Legofreedom1, which is also why I just to this day had not changed my name on YouTube. It was a respect and love and admiration out of that, and then now I've got the whole nostalgia based into it too, which also plays into it. So anyway, that's where the title Legofreedom1 came from. If you want more details about like the story with the contests or the stop motion films, feel free to ask in the comments and I'll make another video on that. But if not, I mean, you have enough details. So let's jump into the here and now. So it is the year of 2026, and I don't really make stop motion films anymore. Again, like I said, I'm still really into Lego, but I don't make stop motion films. Even when I do have the time per se, I don't find enjoyment with it. Not to mention, there were so many that I made back in the day that just never made it to my channel anyway, because they would have the filming done, all the pictures were done, and the time there spent with that, and then the editing, I didn't want to do it. And so there's so many that I made that never were even finished anyway, that it's like this channel has maybe 5 stop motion films out of the dozens that I made, or like produced in terms of, again, the pictures and whatnot. So I don't really lean into that anymore, right? And then in terms of a Lego review channel, I didn't really do too much unboxing reviews anyway, and set reviews. I've never really done that for Lego. I've done many unboxing, but Lego didn't really do that. And then if it was like Lego news, there are a bunch of other channels that do a better job with that. That's their element. That's not my element, right? So the Lego isn't really fitting. Even though I love Lego, it's not really fitting for the channel, right? The freedom, again, now I do lean to Christian content, so yeah, I could do freedom in Christ, but Lego freedom, like the two don't merge anyway. And then the number one, like, it's not helpful. I mean, literally with this name, if you type in Legofreedom1, you have to do my whole channel name with no spaces. If you do spaces, my channel doesn't show up at all. Or if you do ONE instead of the numerical one, doesn't show up at all. Like, it's so precise that it doesn't even help the algorithm find my channel. Not helpful at all. So Legofreedom1 is officially done, and I'm changing it to TotallyTimWeber. I would do like some big reveal, but like you can see this video was uploaded from TotallyTimWeber, so it's not really a surprise. So yeah, that's gonna be my channel going forward, and the reason for that is that's my social media handle on everything anyway, so why not keep it consistent, right? Not to mention, in my pursuit of voice acting, it makes it more consistent, and then since so many people know me as Mr. Tim anyway, hence my Mr. Tim's Terrific Tales series, they all play together, right? So that's more helpful anyway. So that is the big change. Now let's talk about a recap of 2025 and more news going into 2026, all right? All right, so if you made it this far, I truly do appreciate it. Let's get into the exciting stuff. So 2026, I do plan on launching the Shining Stars podcast, all right? I really do want to do that. Hopefully it will be launched. That would be great. If you're wondering, what do you mean by Shining Stars? I've got a whole other video on that. Please, please, please watch that video. I want you to hear that. There's a reason it's a separate video, and that's because I didn't want people to miss that section. That's why I didn't add it to this. So please watch that video as well. But I would love to get that up and running. And yeah. So then, Mr. Tim's Terrific Tales, I'd like to get back into that. Again, that was an editing thing, similar to my stop motion things. Like, editing is just it's a toll on me. I have the skill set to do it. I even have the software to do it, but man, it takes some time. So that's another thing. There's more details about Mr. Tim's Terrific Tales that I would love to do That's also going to be in another video. I know it's like, ugh, why are you making me watch all these videos? But trust me, it helps it, because then you don't have to watch a big 30-minute video. You can watch different videos when you have the time, but please take the time to watch the Mr. Tim's Terrific Tales update. That's very important that you would do that. So thank you very much. So going into 2026, here's what we're looking at. We are looking at some Christian content. We're looking at Mr. Tim's Terrific Tales. We're hopefully getting the Shining Stars podcast going. I would like to do some more voice acting stuff on here in terms of me dubbing over various projects. This isn't for any jobs or anything like that. It's just to get my voice out there and to give you a fun experience, whether that's a comic dub or an animated dub, or maybe something original, or reading a book. Love to do things like that. So getting that out. My post, I've been doing a post every single day where you've been seeing me going through the JAT 365 book. I'm going to do a little plug for that right now. JAT 365, great book by James Arnold Taylor, voice acting legend. So I did this book 2 years ago, and I'm going through it again. I'm not doing that through videos, but you can see my posts on it every day on the community tab. And then I'm also sharing a biblical theme, whether it be a Bible quote, a verse, an inspirational Christian message, a passage of truth, whatever, some Christian content on there as well. That's happening every day this year in 2026. So yeah, some exciting things coming to this channel and already happening on this channel, and I'm excited for what the future holds. I'm excited for how God uses this channel. 2025 was such a great year. I got to go to the world premiere of a movie and do some press for that. That was the American Miracle, a documentary. That was a great film. I got to start Mr. Tim's Terrific Tales. I know I only made 2 or 3 of those in terms of uploading them to YouTube, but I got to get that started. And again, I have some in the pipeline. I just need to edit them and get them out. So that's great. I got to do some YouTube shorts. I did some lightsaber reviews. I did a lot of Phineas and Ferb content because Phineas and Ferb came back. So that was great. Like, it was an exciting year, and God really blessed me on this channel. There's so many ways that I had an exciting 2025 off the channel that obviously you didn't get to see or be a part of, but even on this channel, just wonderful. And thank you so much. And I'm excited for you to join me as we continue this channel. So welcome to Totally Tim Weber. God bless, take care, and have a great 2026. I will see you in those other videos.